So to start off, we're going to go to the App Store and we will be downloading Apple's test flight application for beta software. Now that we have that, we can go to Safari and we can search up Unitree Go1 app. It'll be this first link here. Scroll all the way down and click on this Go1 installation link. Now we can install. And before we open the application, we should go to Wi-Fi and connect to the Go1 Wi-Fi. So the password is actually 8 zeros. And once you're connected, you can open the application. And we'll start off in this screen here, where we'll see a simulation of Go1. We should make sure that we are actually connected to the robot. We'll see that these signal bars are green, and we'll have a battery indicator. We can go to the settings, and once again, we can verify that our connection is secure. And in the status tab, we'll see different information pertaining to the hardware, software, firmware versions here. And we can see the motor temperatures for the hip, thigh, and calf. And in the posture, we can actually see the motor encoder angles for all of the motors. We have the velocity of the body in the X, Y, and then the Z, the rotation. We have our body height, and we can actually see foot raise. If we were to move the robot, we would see this value change from 0. And in the BMS tab, we'll see all the information pertaining to the battery. We can see the percentage, we can see the number of cycles. If we go to preferences, this is where we can change our vision mode, whether we want 1 or 2 screens. 2 screens is on by default, and I'll leave that on as such. We can also change the frontal LED. So we look at the robot, we can select green, for example. We can have red, yellow, blue. Now if we go to the peripherals tab, we'll have our Bluetooth gamepad. This is just showing us if we are connected to the Bluetooth gamepad. It'll show us the battery percentage, and if we click a button over there, it'll appear here as well. Track tag, this is just for the label controller for Go1, and this is where we turn it on and we can see the tag IMU. We can also access the audio device. The robot has a microphone and a speaker. If we go to add-ons, we'll see that we have the SLAM option, which we'll be exploring later, and programming. This is just programming blocks. We can add a bunch of blocks here to do different things. For example, light colors, stand up and down. I won't explore this, but this is for basic functionality. So if we go back to the settings here, we can see our dogs. And in this case, I would keep it at Go1 because this is our actual dog that we have. If we click on vision, we'll actually get to see all the cameras from Go1. On the left-hand side, we have our front-facing camera. And then if we were to cycle down with this arrow, we can actually see the chin camera. And then we cycle back up, we'll see the front. And then on the right-hand side, we're currently looking at the bottom. We can cycle to the left, we'll see the left camera. And then we can see the right camera. So if you're interested in taking a picture of any of this, you have this shutter icon here at the bottom left. You can click on that and you can take several pictures. To actually view the photos, you can click on the icon above and you'll see all the pictures that we have just taken right now. If you wish to delete some of these, select on the bottom, on the top right most icon. You can select and then you can delete them. To share these to your phone, click on the share sheet and you can select the photo and you'll be given the option to message it to yourself. In this top button here above the recording icon, you can do different functions such as dancing, praying, standing up or down, or recovering. Now, one of the more interesting features here is this gamepad. So we click on this gamepad, we'll see two joystick buttons appear. And currently, because we're in standing mode, we can only change body orientation and tilt, and we'll actually see this reflected in the cameras. But if we want to walk around and view these cameras, we can select these three dots here, and we'll go into walking mode. We can also go into running mode, climbing mode, but we'll just stick to walking mode for this demo. And we'll go forward. You can rotate. This is the same functionality as the remote if you're familiar. The left joystick goes forward and backward and rotates on the right joystick. So to access SLAM, we want to go to the gear icon, the settings. We'll go to add-ons, click on SLAM, and we'll see that the robot has already mapped out the environment. So anything in blue, it cannot access. In that area, it's an obstacle. And the gray is free space. The red dot indicates where the robot currently is, and we can orient ourselves with this location icon. So we know where we are, and then we can select a waypoint or destination where we wish to go by selecting this pick button, the top right. And to actually set destination, we have to tap and hold, and we'll feel a vibration, and then we'll select an arrow. We'll place our arrow. We can actually place a lot of these arrows, and then if you want to delete them, you can remove one by one or remove all of them at once. So we can actually set those arrows again. And we click the play button, the robot should walk over there. For some reason, it's not working at this moment, but in theory, it should go in the direction of that arrow and walk over. Then you can pause at any point. There's also a loopback feature. If you were to use this, you can actually loop between two locations infinitely until it runs out of battery.